Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, TheBabbler. That is me on this evolutionary high of an uprise at this time. And so, although I have been doing this for the entire duration of this drive, I am sharing it towards, well, not the end, but like still, but you know, being mindful of my own body and just its own aches and pains and the amount of use that I personally use this vessel, because I do body work for a living and it's part of my path, and you know, I'm constantly always too exercising, especially, you know, with the teaching of the yoga. So I'm constantly active, and so, you know, that takes tolls on your body, and proper body mechanics is so absolutely important, especially as a person that does any form of like physical activity or, you know, strenuous activity that requires their vessel usage constantly, you know. So people that work on people's bodies, you know, if you play sports or, you know, you're just very active or physically active, you know, you work out a lot or whatever the case may be, or, you know, you're tattooing, like, it doesn't matter. You use your body constantly for the work that you do. You're an artist, you use your hands, you know, you sculpt, you do this. Proper body mechanics is so important, and it's key in the upkeep and the maintenance of, you know, your own being. So this, I do this quite often. Ow, I do that too. But this here is like one of those bars that, you know, is to help you loosen out knots and muscles and stuff like that. I forgot what this is called, but either way, here I am while I'm driving, and I feel very, very sore today. Like, if there's a description, it's not a bad sore, like, but it's a heavy sore. So, you know, which makes me feel heavier. Like, everything I carry feels heavier. Everything, when I'm walking, it feels heavier. When I'm sitting, it feels heavier. You know, that kind of feeling of that kind of sore, that bruised kind of sore too. And so, and like achy. So like, if you touch me, I feel kind of like bruised, achy in some kind of way. He didn't even look like, you douche bucket. But anyways, so here I am, helping myself, you know, in between stops, in between people, in between work, in between life. There's no excuse for the 323. There's no excuse for you not to take care of you, unless you are like absolutely incapable of caring for yourself. Okay, and that can be for numerous reasons, but we're not going in that department or element. We're going here that you and I, we can take care of ourselves. We got our big girl panties on and big boy underwear on. If you wear that. No comments. But either way, you know, and I'm just sitting here, and I was in traffic, and even over here, like, you know, I use, especially for the body work that I do, I use my whole entire body. I use my entire body. And so, you know, there'll be aches and pains in places that, you know, sometimes it's even, you know, sensitive, overly sensitive for me, you know. And so I gotta take care of this vessel, you see what I mean? So there's always, where there is a will, there is a way to lead by the example that you need to be in order to do whatever it is that you need to do for you. Because who, if not, is gonna take care of you better than you? You know what I mean? So with you all, like, while I'm driving here. This is, you know, the best I can do for me at this moment in time, and all we ever have is right now. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta take care of our... Oh, this feels absolutely amazing. So I kind of have this like held back here, so it's kind of going in the resistant mode, and I'm using my right hand to push this way, in this direction, while I am forcing my head to look in this direction. So it's like going in opposing forces, so it's applying that pressure that is allowing the... I just want to be careful driving. I know I'm doing this when I'm driving. That's because I'm just like this multi-dimensional quantum being that can just do so many things at once. But, you know, be safe in all you do. This you can do from a chair at your own, at home, or somewhere that you can just lean back on and use as the resistance factor that is allowing you to apply the pressure that you this feels so good. Right on my legs, everything aches. So this is gonna be my date for the evening for myself as I travel and do what I need to do. So if you are someone that is similar to where you use your physical body in so many different ways, no matter what it is, like I dance, I stretch, I do yoga, I work on bodies. Yeah, those are just some of the things. I play sports when, you know, time comes to play sports. I used to be very active in that, but, you know, whatever. So like art, I create stuff, I write, I'm a writer. You know, I'm still old school where I use paper and pen for everything. So this makes me a little bit high because of the breathing that I focus on when I am doing stuff like this. We have to be mindful. At best, we do not need to jerk our bodies in any kind of fast movement of like just lacking in grace. Kind of jerky motion. You know, let's be mindful that if we are applying pressure to our sensitive bodies, that we should, you know, take the time to allow for the care that's taking place to do whatever it is it's activating. So like when I'm done with this and I'm taking this off, I'm not gonna go bouncing around and, you know, like whatever. I'm just gonna be mindful that I just pushed my body into, like, you know, a new movement, a new flow, and that I have to allow for the Shavasana to, you know, take its effect, because, you know, so much has taken place in this now moment, you know what I mean? So you don't want to hurt yourself either, because you just did a lot. And right now I just did a lot. So it even feels a little bit more tender, you know? But that's the tender loving care that I am also gifting myself. This feels so good on my head. If you have one of these things, oh my, you know, very gently, because these things are rough and hard, like you don't want to like hurt yourself. Oh my, right on the top of my crown chakra. That feels absolutely amazing to allow and to assist the synovial fluid process that exists in the sutures in my brain cavities. Go ahead, go. But oh my, this feels absolutely divine. Oh my, I could just go to sleep. Oh, here we go. Katy Perry. Yes, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. No, like it really does right here. Like, I didn't realize I had tension right there on top of my skull. But again, that goes to show you the getting to know you parts of the pieces of ourselves that make up this entire vessel that require us to just show it some attention, give it some affection, like, you know, show some compassion for our own vessel that operates for us on these lands. Like, this is amazing. Like, my body is thanking me right now. Get us at 10:10. Cause I'm going after you. Look at that card. Are you ready for it? So there is a storm coming. Now I don't know what that's gonna represent for each and every one of us. But for each and every one of us, it's gonna be different. But the storm, your placement in it, is gonna be very much revealing to your growth at this time. And don't be like made to feel triggered by the word choice that's being used, storm. Right away people associate storms with negativity. Who said it was negative? And who said we can't dance in storms? And who said a storm is bad? You know what I mean? So you want to play with magic. You should know the alchemy that is just occurring here at this most majestic moment. And it's time that it's a perfect storm. It is time for the dark horse to be seen. You may fall in love when you meet her. When you get the chance, better keep her. She's sweet as pie, but when you break her heart, she turns cold to a freezer. With the night is shining on, I'ma put her in a cool. Sprung and I don't care. She got me like a roller coaster, turned the bedroom into a fair. Ooh, ooh, you was trying to hit it and quit it, but your mama so dope, you must have already got addicted. So you wanna play with magic? This is beautiful. This feels absolutely great, and it's so good for you. I'm a big advocate of TLC, 10-11 care to me. To the self-loving rise at this time. Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress with me, TheBabbler inside, on this evolutionary high. I know this is a little bit slightly different, guys, but you know what? Self-care, it's truly rare. Oh, you're welcome, darling. She was cute too. You have a most phenomenal day. What are you gonna do today? Oh, you know what I am doing after my last client though? I am going on a movie date with my daughter, and we are going to catch the flick. Oh my, Hustlers, with my Cardi B's and my Jennifer Lopez. Oh yes. So we'll update you about that. I don't care, because I'm gonna like it either way.